Likes up. Before we get started, like this video. Follow if you're new. Think Hood gonna run over $100 next 2 to 3 weeks? Um, I definitely think it's possible. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I think that's possible. Okay, Hood cadet Hood is what you now call it's in free it's in free land. Where is bro? Hold on. Oh, there you go. Okay, Hood is what you have. Hood is Robinhood is now in price discovery. Okay, it is now in a momentum trade to where a lot of people would think you would short it, and this is something that we've been talking about since Robinhood was like $20. Okay, if you've been tuning into these streams, you've been following along. We've been talking about Robinhood when it was $20, telling you to buy calls since it was over here, like in an obvious pattern. And there's actually a couple stocks right now that look exactly like this that are gonna do exactly what Robinhood already did, and I'm gonna share that with you after this. But Robinhood literally is what you call price discovery, to where the momentum, like you saw at PLTR, right? Like you saw at PLTR, once it got to all time highs, it literally continued to run, and now you see it at $119. Okay, that is what you should see with Robinhood. Now, would I bet 3 to 4 weeks? Man, I go with 2 to 3 months. Okay, I wouldn't try to get contracts that are 2, 3, 4 weeks out, and I think it's gonna get to $100. If I was thinking 3, 4 weeks out, I would get like the $70 calls or something like that. Okay, but yes, I think this is going to continue to go because it is now in price discovery mode, and we could sit here and draw up some targets if you want. I mean, I think this can get to $133. I think it definitely could get to 85, which is its all-time high when it first IPO'd, right? So yes, I think Robinhood is going to continue to go. It's only a $57 billion market cap. What you have to understand right now in the prime of this market is that these smaller caps and mid caps are going to enter into peak euphoria, to where the momentum is gonna carry them out. That's why the market is very important. That's why I went live, to be honest with you. Okay, I don't go live that much. I might go try to go live a little bit more. But I just been cooking on Twitter. We've been cooking on other things in WOM. But I might bring back the live streams consistently. Um, but yeah, Robinhood, yes, I do think it can get to. I look, I'm not gonna say I know, but like yes, I do think this can get to $100. It reminds me of PLTR. PLTR, we were telling you to buy calls at $25 again. Like, this is stuff that we talked about, and it just comes to pass. Okay, and if you look back when we were talking about here, we drew the same Fibonacci that I just showed you for Robinhood when it was $20, and I was saying it's definitely gonna get to 68. It definitely could get to 106. Okay, so and now you see those price targets hitting. Back when it was $20, we sounded crazy on here. Okay, people were like, "No way, bro. PLTR is not gonna do that." But yes, once stocks get the price discovery, once they reach new all-time highs, new investors come in because they're like, "God dang, I can't miss out on the next one. I can't miss out on the next one." That's what's gonna happen to Robinhood right now. And to be honest, Robinhood is just a good platform overall. Okay, you have nothing to worry about. And also another thing, and then we can move on. So put in the comments what other stocks you want to look at, because we're gonna move on after I say this. But put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. Once the RSI gets above 70, like you're seeing right now, a lot of people think this is oversold or overbought, and you should be selling it. You shouldn't be messing with it. Don't believe them. Once it starts getting above 70, like you saw with Nvidia, when it was crushing those price targets above $100, going to 200 and yada yada yada, the RSI stayed above 70. Okay, so when a stock goes above 70, this is when the momentum is extremely bullish. Like, this is where euphorium is happening in the stock, and that's what you're seeing with Robinhood right now. It's currently at 83. Don't for a second think this is gonna stop. It may give a brief little retracement, and that's probably where you want to enter. I wouldn't enter in when it already had an amazing week. Like, this week was crazy. Um, but yeah, same thing with PLTR, of course. And then another stock. Look, the RSI is at 84. Like, it's been above 70 since over here back in July of 2024, back when it started going crazy. All it's been doing is, and I just gave you game right there, by the way. Like, not even a lot of people know that, and but this thing has been up. The 70 mark is right here. And you know, of course, there's little dips, but that's just what happened. But this is 70, okay, and this dates back to September 2024. And look what happened when it couldn't get above 70. More importantly, look what it happened when it couldn't get above 70. You just had consolidation, okay? It just had these little consolidation. But once it started going parabolic, September 2024, it got above 70. Okay? So that's a little game. This is when it started going parabolic, once the RSI got above 70. Okay? And then you just have that going absolutely crazy. But a stock that not a lot of people are even talking about right now, that looks exactly like PLTR, that looks exactly like Robinhood, is SOFI. Okay? I was charting this earlier. But SOFI is in the exact same situation to where you best believe this is going to end up getting to all-time highs, which is $27. Okay? You best believe this is going to end up getting to all-time highs, which is $27. And even if you zoom out, like these charts look exactly the same. Okay? There's a reason these charts look exactly the same, to where you have that accumulation and then you have that takeoff. Okay? Just like PLTR, these charts there's a reason they all look alike. Okay? You had the all-time high back in 2020, and then you had the accumulation, and then you have that parabolic run. Same thing is gearing up for something like SOFI. Okay? You have those all-time highs, accumulation, and then you have that takeoff. Okay, my price target on it is to $43. Okay, it's currently at 16. If you're in the Discord, you know what you're gonna end up knowing what contracts we're gonna get into, because I'm going to enter it come tomorrow. Okay, I just think this is a good play. The market cap is 17 billion. If you go look at something like Bank of America, it's 357 billion. If you go, and I'm not saying SoFi is Bank of America. I'm not saying it's as big as that, but SoFi is on the come up. Like, it's a come up bank. They're offering a whole lot of things. I don't know if I've been messing with SoFi since like 2019, so I would know. But they're offering a whole lot of things. JP Morgan is 778 billion. So when you look at something like SoFi, which is only 17 billion, if it just gets to 30 billion, it's at around $30. Okay, so that's almost a double up. If you look at the contracts right now, they're very cheap. You should probably be paying attention to those if you want some free money. Look, I don't know what you want, but I promise you, there's probably some free money. Somebody said, do you think SoFi has more upside this week? Personally, I don't care what happens this week, because I know in around like 2 months, this is going to be way higher than it is right now, and I'd rather try to get the more less risk with more reward, right? I don't know what's going to happen this week. Who knows? You know, Obama could come in and become president. I don't know. Look, man, I don't know. Trump could get impeached. I don't know what's going to happen this week. Okay? I don't trade. If I want to know what's going to happen this week, I got to see what the market is opening like on that day. Okay? But even if you look at some of the TA on SoFi, okay? Huge weekly bull divergence, hidden bullish divergence, to where you have a higher low, but the RSI is making a lower low. That's very, very bullish. SoFi is definitely something you should be paying attention to. In my opinion, if you miss the takeoff of Robinhood, if you miss the takeoff of PLTR, you should be looking for the next takeoff, which is SoFi. All right, that's just, look, man. Don't say I never did anything for you guys. Don't come on here saying I never did anything for you guys. What's up, Horn TX? Anyways, put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. We ran it up to 2K likes, so we can continue. But yeah, it's more than just a chart, brother. It's fundamentals. Their fundamentals are better. Yeah, I'm sure the fundamentals are great, but I mean, you can't deny the chart. And sometimes the chart tells you what the fundamentals don't, anyways, to be honest with you. And sometimes you don't even want to listen to fundamentals in a bull market. So yes, I agree. You know, fundamentals are somewhat important, but it also depends. You know, I would say fundamentals are important in a bear market. In a bull market, nobody really cares. It's euphorium, and that's the type of market we're in right now. Okay. Is this going on YouTube? Yes. All right. Put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. My bad. SoFi going crazy in the aftermarket? Oh yeah, you best believe it is. Because people have now seen what these exact same charts look like. I mean, you look at Robinhood. I would say SoFi is right here. SoFi is right here. pending this. Okay, this is gonna end up happening. Coin looks exactly the same. Coinbase, exactly the same dilemma, but Coinbase probably go to like 600. Okay, these are the charts you want to start paying attention to as we get into the tail end of this bull market. But let's look at Tesla. I see some people putting Tesla. We'll look at Tesla. All right, we'll take a look at Tesla. The thing that I have for Tesla, and we've been knew this, is that it was going to retest that 335. It is now came to 335. That is the level I'll be paying attention to the most, 335, because if that level breaks, it's going to 274. Now, I think, we've been talking about Tesla for so long to where we knew it was going to make this leg up to 400, all-time highs, etc. To where now it's like, I think there's better plays inside of the market, right? But if you didn't catch that 335 level, which you should have caught this 335 level. Now I would start waiting for it to, let me make this nice and clear again. If I didn't catch this 335 level, I'd be looking for it to come back down to it again, maybe a second retest or something like that. Or I'd be waiting for it to start breaking back above 358 for a nice little trade. But this is more of like a trading thing. I kind of got to know what's happening on a daily basis with something like Tesla, especially when it has already made the measure move that I have for it. Okay, it already made the measure move that I have for it. It went to all-time highs. It went to almost 500. If you've been following Juan for a minute, we talked about those levels hitting for some time now. So now it's a stock that I'm not too interested in, and Elon is now becoming political. Okay, he's becoming political, and those stocks, you never want to become. I don't know. It's becoming risky. It's becoming riskier to where you don't see Steve, or not Steve Jobs. You don't see Tim Cook messing with politics. You don't see Bill Gates messing with politics. You don't see Jeff Bezos messing with politics. So I don't know. Tesla's kind of on a riskier side now. Now I do think Tesla does great in the future, but you're becoming. You never know now. So it made a measure move. I'm not interested in it anymore. I saw Roku a couple times. So let's look at Roku. I'm interested in Roku. Yeah. Yeah. This is why we went live. Yeah. These are the stocks that I'm interested in. These under $100 billion stocks. Yeah. That's what I'm interested in. PLTR, it was under $100 billion. Now it's at $271 billion. Okay? You got Robinhood under it's under $100 billion. It's $57 billion. You got it going crazy. SOFI under $100 billion. These under $100 billion stocks are going to end up getting rotated into. And to be honest, these stocks that look like this are what I'm most interested in right now, because they have the most opportunity upside. You look at Twilio, same thing, where it has this consolidation period, and then or it has this steep drop off, this middle finger, and then it has that accumulation, and then it has that takeoff period. Roku, in my opinion, is going to end up doing the exact same thing. We don't even have to look at too much TA, because the earnings ended up being good. When you have an earnings gap up, usually it continues to go to the upside. And to be honest, this is all making these higher lows anyways. So you wouldn't even want to short this, or you wouldn't even want to think bearish on something like Roku until you actually have it start breaking below the trend of where it is right now, which I don't think is going to happen. I actually think this is going to continue to take off. Let me look at some levels on it, because I like this one. I like it. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, now we can start cooking, because look, that $86 level, you see what was happening at it. This was the Fibonacci to where this was the rejection level for Roku, which it held this entire time since November 2023. You had that high, and then once it made this low, you can now cook up where the rejection should be, which it was around here, this $86 level, and it literally rejected from there for 3 months. Or you could even say over here, like all it did was reject, and now you have the earnings boost and the retest of the earnings boost. You gotta love what's happening in Roku right now. To be honest, this can probably end up pushing to $147. If you don't know the Fibonacci yet, make sure you learn the Fibonacci. So yeah, I think Roku's gonna continue to go much higher. I like it, bro. I like it. And of course, if you know why, you know I'm not sitting here talking about what's gonna happen next week. Okay? If I'm telling you that the price target is 146, you should know that it's not gonna happen next week. You should be planning, you know, a month out, minimum. I'd be looking at some April calls if it was me. All right. Hims went rocket. Let's look at Hims. Yeah, Hims went crazy. I remember we talked about this one. We talked about this one on Twitter. We said this was gonna happen, and it happened. And if you look at the structure, right? These structures are so bullish. They're the most bullish structures inside of a bull market right now. It's especially if you miss all the bigger caps, where you have this all-time high, which was back in the all-time high always happened in 2021. Okay, it always happened in 2021 when the market was in a euphorium stage, which is coming back right now. The market is going to be in a euphorium stage. I mean, it's already been playing out. Like the euphorium stage has already been playing out, right? And then you have this huge accumulation phase, and then you have that rocket ship. So if you know anything, somebody said Lemonade is the next Hims. Bro, you're absolutely right. Whoever said Lemonade, yeah. This is why we go live. Somebody like, bro, Lemonade. Somebody like, what is Lemonade? All I know is about is Hims. I'm trying to buy Hims at the top. I'm trying to buy Hims up here, bro. Wait, Lemonade. I'm trying to buy Hims way up here. I'm trying to buy Hims way up here. No. No, no, no. Instead, look at something that is in the exact same, like, it's funny. This exact same structure is what we've been looking at the entire stream. The entire stream. So yeah. I think Lemonade is probably gonna end up being Hims 2.0. And this is probably gonna be an amazing trade. So yeah, shout out to whoever said Lemonade. I absolutely agree. And to be honest, I don't even like looking at like these baby time frames, because when we're looking at these baby time frames, look, man, I just know it's gonna go up. There's no point of me looking at these baby time frames. Now I will say you want to make sure this starts trading above $40, etc. But you know that doesn't look like it'll be a problem. I like looking at the weekly. The weekly looks great. These charts that we've been seeing, this exact same structure, they have been going crazy. Get that dude admin, no more soak. PayPal's a discount. Oh wait, I want to look at bro been asking for a minute. We gotta look at CMCSA. We gotta look at it, bro. This boomer stock, we gotta look at it. Bro been asking. You know, this isn't even a. You know, man. I don't know, bro. You know, I want to be people friendly on here, and you know, make sure everybody gets their question answered. But sometimes, bro, I don't want to waste my time on stocks that move like this. You know what I'm saying? Now I think this is probably. I mean, you could look at it on money. You know, this is gonna most likely continue to go to the upside. Okay, you know, most likely this is gonna continue to go to the upside. Okay. I mean, you can look at the structure. The structure is very bullish. Maybe if you're looking to buy shares, I would definitely mess with it. But you know, make sure now what's been happening since November 2024. Now I don't know why. This has been in a downtrend, so you know there is levels that you want to make sure it starts trading back above. And you know you want to make sure that it fixes its structure before you do start going bullish on it. And you definitely don't want to buy at this level right here at 35.39 after you've already missed the $3 bottom on something like this. Instead, you want to wait for this to start trading above where it should reject that, and then you know maybe get some consolidation, and then you know maybe get a move higher. I don't like this stock though. You know, I think there's better. I think there's definitely better. There's better options out there. Somebody said BILI. And by better options, I mean stocks that will most likely make you more money and have a more volatility to them, to where the contracts are cheap right now. Okay, the contracts are very cheap right now because not a lot of people are thinking about it. Not a lot of people are even trying to mess with the stocks that I'm trying to look at right now. Okay, and by that I mean you're early. I'd rather be early to a lot of this stuff, to where the big money, is gonna just pour into it because they have nowhere else to put it. You gonna put it at Microsoft at all time highs, or you gonna take the little risk and put it into a smaller stock in the peak euphorium stage? I think it's the latter. Okay. Now somebody said look at BILI, and BILI has been something that we've been cooking up on Twitter for the entire time. We've been entering into BILI calls. We've been entering into China calls because of what I'm going to explain to you right here. Okay. If you look at BILI, this is on Twitter. If you aren't following Twitter, follow the Twitter. But if you look at BILI, I said the time is now. Pack your bags. And this was February 4th. Like, this was 2 weeks ago. And it was at $18, okay? We actually got the bottom. Like, this was the bottom. The target was $37, okay? The target is still $37. And now it's just playing out. It's at $22 now. And if you know BILI, the contracts are moving absolutely phenomenal. Because if you know BILI at all, you know BILI used to be a $140, $50 stock. So that tells you that not a lot of people know that, or maybe some people know that BILI actually has a lot of volatility to it when China gets bullish. And I have good news. China is very bullish right now. Very bullish. I'm going to show you the Hang Seng in a little bit, but not a lot of people know that. So you could get these contracts for dirt cheap right now. And then all of a sudden, when it goes up 10% for the day, the contracts skyrocket as well. And you still have 4 or 5 months on them, and you bought them for $50. You understand? You have the $20. You're $5 in the money. Stuff like that, because they're very volatile. They're very volatile. I mean, you can look at what happened in 2021. And this is the same structure. This is the same structure. Bro, I'm telling you right now, the market is going to get to a point where it is so bullish, to where you want to make sure you're listening to the right people. If you're in the stream, you're listening to one of the right people who's been, look, man, you should know by now. But you listen to one of the right people who's been studying the market for quite some time. If you want to be bullish on the right things right now, because the market is going to get very bullish. You're going to hear so many people talking about how bullish the market is, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone's going to be saying the market's skyrocketing, because it will be. But make no mistake, that's usually where tops are as well, okay? Which we'll be tuned in. I'm not trying to become a top. We'll just be looking at the market, okay? But I do think right now it's still very bullish. You look at BILI. Somebody said BILI. The price target is $37. This is in a nice little megaphone. And that's not even the best part. The best part is that the Hang Seng, okay? This is a structure that we've been talking about as well. We told you to buy. Look, man. That's why I said if you're not following Twitter, go to the Twitter and give a nice little follow, because we talked about this structure already. Back when it was down here, we told you to get into some China. China's been taking off. Okay, the measure move on China is to 25,000. You should see the Hang Seng at 25,000, and then we'll reevaluate once it gets there. But I do think maybe the Hang Seng does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But 25,000 is where I think it's gonna be, and that should in turn move up BILI. Okay. $25 $25 calls on March 21st. Yeah, those are probably decent. I'll look for April though. I mean, actually, March is probably cool. March is probably cool, but yeah, I like them, bro. Put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. Cover Riot. A lot of people asking about crypto miners. Sure, we'll look at some crypto miners. Do you think crypto miners going to go soon? Absolutely. Absolutely. And what you have right now. Hold on. Before we move on, because a lot of you guys are asking about stuff that if you follow Twitter, you kind of got to see the visual version of it. Now we're or you got to see the photo version of it. Now we're in the live version. I like the live version a bit more, but we did talk about this. So I'm gonna stop the live stream right now. We're gonna pause it. Let's get to 2,235 followers. We just need 3 followers. We got 130 people in here. If we can't get 3 followers, I'm into the live stream, bro. I'm ending it. I'm ending it. Okay, and it's not even like come on now. We get a lot of engagement, but like come on, bro. At least show a little bit of love. God damn. I'm doing this for free. It's a free. First of all, it's free to follow. I think the Twitter's in the bio as well. I don't know, but it's free to follow. Like, let's just get that out the way. Like, you can follow. You look. We talked about SOFI. Somebody asked about SOFI, and I like this was 37 minutes ago before I was even live. I said I'd never seen a more obvious setup in my life. It was SOFI. So I mean, you could be early on the Twitter because I'm on Twitter very frequently. But crypto miners are definitely ready to take off. So if you've been bag holding crypto miners, if you've been holding on to crypto miners, look, man, I got some good news for you. All right, we got 2:30. I got some good news for you. Okay, I got some real good news for you. If you've been holding on to crypto miners, the time is now. The time is absolutely now. And what happens with the crypto miners? What's happening right now is that you see a decoupling. Okay. You see Bitcoin not performing as well. What's been happening is that you see Bitcoin going crazy and then the crypto miners just sitting there consolidating. But what you're seeing now is that Bitcoin is actually having red days, but you now see crypto miners having green days. So, and that just kind of all matches up with how the market moves in general. And what's even funnier is that you're getting the same structure that you saw with PLTR that you're seeing with Robinhood, to where you got that all-time high in 2021, and now you have all this consolidation accumulation, and then you're gonna have that rocket ship to the upside. Okay, I mean, we just saw PLTR, we just saw Robinhood, I could pull up 1,000 charts to where this exact same thing is happening, because that's just what the market is doing. That's how the markets move. I don't know why. Actually, I mean, I kind of do know why, but like, that's just what they do. Okay, so this is the time to where I think they're finally going to start taking off. You know, you've been in this consolidation period since November 11th, 3 months, almost 4 months. You've been sitting, and this is bullish consolidation, by the way. You know, this is why shares sometimes are better than options, because options expire and shares you can just hold on to them forever and continue to accumulate with no expiration. So that's why shares are sometimes better, but, you know, year out leaps are good. You know, 6, 7, 8 months out leaps are good. But I think the time is now for something like Riot. And like I said, there's a decoupling happening to where Bitcoin or Riot, the crypto miners, aren't moving like how Bitcoin moves. They're having bullish days when Bitcoin is not, because these usually move with altcoins. Okay. But what's happening now is you're going to end up seeing it. Okay. I shouldn't even have to explain anymore. If you know WAM at all, you know how bullish I am on some crypto miners. I mean, this is what happened in 2020. You had all this consolidation, you know, yada yada yada. This is what happened on the 2017 run, and then you had that explosive run. This is what happened on the 2020 run. They had that explosive run. This is now you have a bigger base, a bigger starting point, right? It's starting at $12. This was starting at, you know, $3. So, you know, I don't want to be as bullish as I was back. You know, back last year when I was saying this could get to $120. That's like my bull case. Like, if we're super bullish, yes, I do think this can get to 100 plus. But let's just work on getting to $29, right? That's my minimum $29. Like, if this doesn't get to $29, I'm a failure. I'm a failure. Big O, yo, my boy Big O, like, we've been looking for you, bro. We've been looking for you, my boy. In WAM, they miss you, bro. In WAM, they miss you. But I hope the family's good, man. I hope you're doing good. But yeah, bro, they've been missing you. But yeah, $30. That's like minimum. If we don't get to $30, look, bro. But the next target is $43, and then, you know, we can potentially see it getting back to the all-time high, previous all-time high of 2020, and then, you know, seeing it could get to, you know, maybe 100 plus. So that's what I'll be looking at for it. Okay, I think crypto miners are very bullish. I think if you're in it, you want to make sure you're buying 3 months out, 2 months out, and going from there. Okay. $30 by when? My price target $30 by when? I would say sometime in April. Okay, like, it's hard saying when. Like, it's hard saying when. When is probably the hardest thing. Like, that's why so many people get the top wrong. That's why so many people get bottoms wrong. Oh my gosh, my phone is about to die. So, like I said, follow the Twitter. My phone's about to die. That'll probably be the end of the live stream. My phone's about to die. It's at 1%. Follow the Twitter. I'll try to be live again, but my phone's at 1%. So, and I don't have the charger next to me. If you're not in the Discord, go to the link in the bio. It's free to join the Discord. You can hop in the Discord. You can chat with people. There's free signal. There's free everything in there. All right. Well, meta squeeze me. I'm gonna just answer questions now because I don't want to go on a whole thing. What's connected on the Do I still have my credentials? Absolutely. DM me, Big O. DM me, bro. DM me. Yes. You do options or futures. This is options. Options trading, in my opinion, is much better. It's much more fun. Just my opinion. Is it time to short meta? Hell no. No. That's how you get caught up. Like I said, you don't short those momentums to where, like, Nvidia, like a lot of people are saying the same thing for Nvidia. Remember, you don't short the momentum, those momentums. That's a momentum trade. You don't mess with it. And there's a reason it's going up for 20 days because of people like you thinking, oh, it's no way it goes for the 11th day, no way it goes for the 12th, no way it goes for the 13th. Then now you see that 20. If you want to know the price targets, look, follow the Twitter. My phone is about to die. Look, man, I'm gonna be live again. I'm gonna be live again, because you guys know this is where you can get the most accurate information. Like what I've been saying on here for the past 4 or 5 years has been factually correct. There's a reason. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I've been live for 31 minutes. My bad, Horn. I'm gonna look at how can you look at solar, please? Yes. I'm mad I didn't see this until now. But I probably wouldn't even had enough time. But yes, solar in my opinion is about to go absolutely crazy. Now FSLR moves different from the other solars like Run and EMPH and etc. Like it moves a bit different. Like EMPH or FSLR was going absolutely crazy while some of the other ones were dumping a little bit. But I think the time for a lot of these energy stocks are gonna end up coming back. Now I would make sure this definitely starts trading back above 170, 172. Like if you look at what's been happening at 172, you have this reject right here, boom, and then you had it finally break above 170, went absolutely crazy, and then you had this, and then you had all this. You see, like you could easily see those wicks, and you can easily see that like wick right here. It actually rejected 170, that 170 level, so this could go back down to 148. But EMPH, etc. These look really good. Now they're probably riskier, but if you can get EMPH right, and this does end up being the bottom, which this is a bottoming out pattern. This is a good risk to reward pattern because it's at $64, and you can just stop out if it goes below like 60, which is only like $4. This has the potential to get to 77, and then a breakout from there. You remember like this was trading at like 400, 330. So, I'll be looking at stuff like that. You even look at some of the momentum shifts the momentum shift on the RSI that you see right here. It does look good. So those are the few things I'll be looking at. I like energy. Okay, if you go to the Twitter as well, we looked at Run, and Run looks good as well. Okay, but anyways, I'll talk to you later, bro. I'm out. Peace.